Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, welcome back.
And welcome, Rachel.
First guest of season 2.
Oh my gosh, what an honor.
Yeah, you are.
I'm such a fangirl. I'm so
and
happy
we
to
caught
be
her
here.
in town, too, which is like...
Yeah, I know.
And she brought me a gift, which no one's ever done before. So that has just officially leveled up the
only for
guest
Taylor, not for
criteria.
No, I already got the gift, okay? I already got the gift.
She walked in, I was like, I have a gift for you. I was like, thank you so much.
I'm not going to lie, I called her out and was like, where's my gift?
I know.
And she was like, you already got it. And I was like, oh, okay.
You just got yours a little earlier.
Yeah, no,
But
thank you.
Rachel, welcome to Girl Everything's Fine.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited to have you on because I feel like I've known you forever, but also like non-forever.
Yeah.
But Rachel, owner, founder, instructor, Recharge Wellness Co. I want to say,
Yeah.
I just want to call you Rachel Recharge.
Everyone
to be
does. It's
honest.
okay.
But you're a creator, online personality, fitness instructor, businesswoman. I mean, you do it all.
As
Oh,
they do.
thank
The
you.
powerhouses of women.
Thank you. I'm so
Truly.
happy to be here.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm good. I feel like it's been a bananas week being in Chicago. But it's such a treat. As you know, I'm from here originally, so it's always so fun to be able to come back and just spend time with the community here and with my friends and families. It's just also Chicago in the summer is just
There's
the
no
best.
better time.
Unmatched.
No, it's so good. And
unmatched.
it really, every time I'm here in the summer, I'm like, what would it be like to live here again? And then I come back in the winter and it's a nice little
You're
reminder.
like, I know
You're like,
why I
never
don't
mind.
live
Yeah, yeah. I do still miss seasons a little bit more, but it's still.
You really can't complain though, going to California. You're just
No.
like, this is
I know it's so good
You
there.
do.
I'm so
You're just like
lucky.
instant. There's like a vibe shift or
Yeah.
something. There really is. Like there's
little
more
more
happiness
serotonin.
there because there's sun constantly.
Yeah, I
the
know.
ocean and the palm trees. Oh, it's just so nice.
Good vibes.
How was Lala?
It was good.
I know. It is
it's-
Lala season.
It's Lala season, and I really went for Gracie Abrams. I'm her number one fan.
Gracie listens to this all the time.
Of course. Hey, girl.
Wait, I thought that was so dope that she brought Robin.
Yeah.
That and like the whole story behind it, how she had covered that song
Yeah.
when she was here in 20. I was like, go off, queen.
No, it was so good. She's like I very rarely have favorite artists that I don't necessarily play in classes because those are the music I'm mainly listening to. But she's just so good, and it was such a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
amazing.
very talented. Darius
Yeah.
was like, wait, she's there? Why didn't we go? I was like, you could go.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go off.
You're like,
Have a
"Please
good time."
leave the house.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was fun. It was fun to go at 32. Last time I was there, I was like 16. So
I know. We were just
Nice
talking
vibe.
before we started filming. I was there last year, and I felt like I looked around, and everyone was like,
yeah.
16.
like Thomas was like, I feel like I'm going to be in trouble because I'm here. I'm like, it does feel like that a little bit. Yeah, it does.
I went once and was like, okay, I'm done. I'll never go again.
It's
It's a
fun.
good time.
It's just like I feel like it's just blown up over the last, couple of years or so.
Yeah.
At least Lala. I mean, all music festivals, but Lala is like crammed a lot of the time. I keep seeing like stuff on socials that are like, look at the crowd, and everyone's like, nobody can turn around, and I'm like, oh my god, my worst. I can't like deal with the anxiety of that.
Just such a unique festival to be like in the middle of Chicago.
Yes.
It's such a cool thing. It's also just so much easier to get to than a lot of the other
Than a
festivals.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We drove past it and like could hear it because you can like
Yeah.
see the lights at night too. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's so
amazing.
cool.
It's an amazing production.
Yeah.
But you mentioned being from Chicago, now in LA. Why that change?
Yeah.
Why did I move to LA?
Yes.
Okay. 12 years ago. I've been there for so
Yes.
long. Gosh, I've had like a past life and a current life. In my past life, I was in music and my whole family's in music. So I always wanted to live in LA. That was like the dream. Like I wanted to move there when I was growing up. Like that's all I wanted.
Were you like music performer or music creator, or like how were you involved?
Yeah, I was
in?
a singer-songwriter, and then I did music industry. I know. We
Did
keep
I know this?
Probably not, because I really don't talk about it very much, but it was like 8 years of my life, like 11 to
No wonder
18.
you like love
Yeah.
artists and all that.
Yeah, it's
okay.
very like ingrained within my family. So I grew up in everyone was in the music industry, and then I moved out there. I went to college there just with I just wanted to be in LA. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really want to go to college, but I was like, well, that's the only way I'm going to be able
guess
to go
that's
out
how I
there.
can get there.
That's fine.
Sign me up. Yeah.
And then in my sophomore year of college, I wanted to take a little break from music because I've been doing it since I was so young. And I took a class that made me really interested in fitness, and then I started teaching Zumba, and that was my first fitness class that I taught. And then
I used
the
to
rest
love
was
Zumba
history.
when I was like 12, and I would go to the classes with all the women who were like
was so
47.
fun.
Totally.
But it was so fun because I was a dancer, so
Yeah.
like I feel like that was like a little segue into
100%.
fitness.
That
But
was
I
like
used to love that shit.
it was kind of the only class that I could teach that was dance fitness at the time.
Yeah.
That as I started teaching at LA Fitness, LOL, and
Yeah.
it was like it was either Zumba or like step.
Step.
So,
I was just gonna say step.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm aging myself. Oh my gosh, not
No,
step,
it was
but
step. Yeah, I totally. No, I'm right with you.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
sing
with you.
anymore?
no,
No.
just
you're
like to
retired.
myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like at Lollapalooza to Gracie Abrams. But I love music, and music is such a baseline of why I teach. And it's just like to be able to move to music that really feels inspiring and like your body can feel. Like I really believe there are like beat drops and things that your body is just so connected to.
So ready to live.
Yeah.
And
So-
you teach like dance cardio.
Totally. So it's fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of somatic movement and like movement that just feels good in the body.
What was the point that you changed obviously like career paths after Zumba, or how did that? How did you get
Yeah,
into
how
that?
did you decide? She was like, Zumba was it for me. Just like, I have the pants
that's
still
it.
and
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
Yeah, what was the point where you were like, music is not where I'm going to take the rest of my life?
So I was teaching and just like having a good time, fun college job. And then I was in a really toxic relationship when I was, I don't know,
we all
recently,
were.
as we all were.
As we all were.
And I started going to SoulCycle, and it was the first studio that I'd been to where like the lights were low, and I went to that studio once a week. I would teach 2 classes, $15 a class, to afford to take one class for
cycle.
$30.
Yes. Yep.
And I would sob in that room, and I like because I have no problem crying. I cry a lot. Sorry,
Some of us can't.
I do. I'm very emotional, very sensitive, and I would go in there and I was like safe in that room, and I could heal, and I could just like feel whatever was coming up. And there was something so cathartic about moving the emotions out of me. And once I had that experience, I knew I wanted to create that for other people. So my journey to teaching fitness full time started with that as the mission, to be able to help people feel safe enough to go through whatever they're going through in a fitness class. And that was, I just felt like I had the impact I could have was greater in a room like that. And yeah.
That's so funny that you say that happened for you after SoulCycle, because when I was living in Boston, I coach cycle, but I was always a cycle lover.
Yeah.
And when I was in Boston, I was like in the worst mental state I've ever been in my entire life. And so I was severely depressed, and I was just crying at like work for no reason.
Sure.
Way to rub it in, guys.
No, it's not a good place to be. So I was crying as it was, but I would walk to the SoulCycle in Seaport. Not that there wasn't one closer to me, but I would walk to the one in Seaport because it gave me like 20 minutes to like clear my head or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I would take those classes, and during that meditation song, the second that the lights would go down, I would cry in that class.
There is something really
And that was
beautiful
like
about
the
that moment.
highlight of my, like I felt like fitness always made me feel better, and that was a big part of the reason why I started working out to begin with, was to kind of help my mentals. But at that time, it wasn't doing it for me. Like I could go to the gym and lift or take a class, and it wasn't making me feel better. But for whatever reason, when I would go to those SoulCycle classes, that meditation piece that you get, I was always crying at. And then from that, I was like, okay, now I want to coach.
Yeah.
So it's funny that was kind of like the same situation that you had. But I say it all the time when we do a meditation song, and mine's, I know a lot of people talk through theirs and guide through it. That's just not me. I've never been somebody I can barely meditate myself, so I'm not going to try and guide someone else's experience. But I always say stuff like, I drop the lights, like I turn up the music, I drop the mic, you do you. If you want to cry, like I've done it. If you want, like whatever it is, like this next period of space is for you. The lights are off, like vibe how you want to vibe. And I think it's like, we misrepresent, I think, the world of fitness in that way. Like it's for movement and like whatever, but it also is a space for you to kind of like dump a couple of emotional minutes or something, you know? So it's just interesting that you.
I think it's also because like a lot of times it's hard to stay grounded in that message of like feeling safe and being, like that
Yeah.
feeling that SoulCycle does is they turn off the lights so that no one else can see you,
Yeah.
essentially. But like now everything is like to be seen.
Yeah.
Everything is online. It's like a different world too. So it is such a beautiful experience to do that in person, to be able to feel safe.
Yeah. The meditative part of my class, I start with a moving meditation before we do anything else. And I have never once filmed other people doing it.
Yeah.
I've maybe filmed myself when I teach from home, but that to me is like so much is filmed these days, which is fine. I film myself working out, but it's like,
Yeah.
That to me is that one space. I want you to be so free to just like we like shake and jump and do all this stuff, and it's like that should be you have no concern about what it looks like at all. And I think it's like my passion behind teaching has so much to do with the mental element and the more than how the mental element then feeds the physical.
So how did Rachel Recharged come up?
Right. So like you knew you were going to get into fitness, and then at what point
You're like,
when you
Zumba's
were
cool,
coaching?
but like,
But like at what point were you coaching? Were you like, okay, I'm going to like make this a brand for myself. I want this to be a method that is true to me.
Yeah. Everything I'm really grateful has happened really organically, and I am not afraid to try something and fail. I would rather say that I tried it and it not work out than never have tried it. And so I think it's okay to fail out loud and fail with people watching you. But I was teaching, I mean, I feel like a lot of fitness instructors, we start out teaching like 20 classes a week just to pay your bills. And I started there and then slowly started teaching so many different modalities. I did spin, Zumba. I mean, everything. It was like all over the place. I taught boxing for years. And I just started, it was like I've been teaching fitness for a while. And I was like, okay, I'm teaching 5-6 a.m. classes. That's how I began. And I was like, okay, I want to create a space for people to connect outside of a fitness studio. And so I started hosting these events that I didn't think anyone would come to. And then a lot of people came. And then I was like, how do I get like brands involved in this, because that would be fun. Like I had no idea what I was doing.
What year was this?
Oh my gosh. I've been doing retreats for 9 years, events and retreats for 9 years. So it's been a while. And then after that, I was like, well, maybe I should host a weekend retreat. And then I hosted one that sold out in like 2 minutes. And it was like, okay, people want this. This is cool. Like I charged like $200 for a weekend because I was like, I need you to learn to trust me because I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Come along for the ride with me. And then those have continued. And then in 2018, 19, I was leading this meditation at all of my retreats, and it was this like big cathartic experience of like you yell and you jump and you shake and you release, and it would leave people feeling really vulnerable and like really, it was a really intense experience. And so then I'd like run around the retreat trying to like hold space and be like, what came up for you? What came up for you? And it was a lot for me to take on as a single person with like 20 people on a retreat. And so I was like, what if I created a class that would bring your spirits back up after kind of like getting to this intensely emotional state? What could I do? And dance cardio, in my opinion, is the most fun way to move. And my class is very unserious. When we're doing sculpt elements, it is serious in the sense of like, I'm really particular about form and I want you to feel really good about the way that you're moving. But dance cardio, like we're shimmying. I'm probably doing the worm at some point. Like it's just meant to be as fun as possible.
My ass off.
That is exactly what I want.
What it's supposed to be.
And so the long story very long is that then I started that class in 2019. Everything shut down in 2020. I took it online. I never planned on taking it online. And then my events, retreats, and the recharge method, I went full time with that in 2020 and have been doing that ever since. So I'm so grateful. It's all really been like, I should try this. Oh, this is working. Like, I'm going to keep going. And that doesn't mean everything I've tried has worked, but it really was like an intuitive decision to give something a shot and then keep going with it. But yeah.
What was your main like, shit, this is working moment?
Gosh, I think when first of all, when I went virtual, the amount of people that stayed once things were opening back up and like having people join from different countries. I was like, what are you doing here? Like, how did you find me?
Why are you here?
And then like companies that I dreamed of asking me to teach on their platform, I was like, I always think it's spam. Like I always, like when I started working with Pop Sugar, I thought that it was like a fake email up until the day I was on the Today Show. I thought that it was a fake email.
You're like, I'm going to show up and people are going to be like, who are you?
I'm like in New York. And I was like, if I show up, like, or they're going to send me a car and they're going to kidnap me. Like, I'm not actually going to NBC to be on the Today Show. I was like,
my location.
There's no way. And like that speaks to maybe my self-worth a little bit. But it's just been like so cool to see people continue to come. I mean, this is like, it's so hard running your own business. I feel like social media looks like such a highlight reel and it's just like all the good stuff. And I really am living my dream job, but it's so hard in so many different ways too. But I think just like people continuing to come and like continue going on multiple retreats. I'm like,
no, your community is ride or die. Like they're
so amazing.
And it's not like an obsessive, like weird thing. It's like they
like it doesn't feel culty. It feels genuine.
I appreciate that.
Like they want to support. They love the movement. They love the mentality. I feel like they've changed because of it in a way, you know? How do you feel like you've really built and fostered that community?
I say at every single event that I do, I'm like, I feel so grateful that like the best kinds of people show up to these events and everyone's like, oh, it's what you attract, which is so nice. And I appreciate that. But I don't know. I feel like good people bring good people and then we're all around each other, which is so cool. But I also, everything I do is community first. I'm really minimal on like the influencer elements of classes or events. That's a really not a huge focus for me, which maybe it would be good if it was, but it's just not it never has been. Everything's community focused. So the retreats locations that I choose are based on what I've asked people that they want. So like, I'm not just going to announce a retreat that no one ever said they wanted to go to Nebraska. And I'm like, we're going to Nebraska. Like I'm going to where you said you wanted to go. Within reason. And
Retreat 2026, Nebraska.
I mean, I'm sure Nebraska's gorge. I have no idea.
I'm sure it is, but Can you tell us a little bit about like what a retreat looks like with you?
Yeah, they're hard to describe, and people ask me to describe them, and I'm like, I would say the best way I could say is that it's like an elevated girls trip. So
great. Love it.
Accessibility has always been really important to me, so I try to keep the price at an amount that feels doable. Maybe not today, but you could say, okay, I could save for that within a certain amount of time. Because when I started doing these events, like retreats were like $3,000-$4,000. Like I didn't see anything at a price that like if you just wanted to try and dip your toe into wellness, you're not spending that because it's something new for you. But we go to a different location now. We are exploring the location that we're in, so there's a lot of that. There's always some type of movement, meditation each day. There's workshops. We usually have a chef come in and do something, and it's really like finding a way, and it's really just meant to have people connect. And you leave with new friends. You leave with a giant goodie bag that I love curating those elements and just having spent time with a bunch of new people and exploring a new place. And it's like such a chance to unplug and recharge. Obviously, that's the name for a reason. But they're so special, and they really are less about the location, more about the people who come and the intention that they have while going there.
It's so crazy how when you get people together, there's just something in the air. Like I've hosted a retreat, I've been on a retreat, and it's like you just want to like share. Like there's something about like the person next to you that you just met 5 minutes ago, but you're like, I'm gonna tell you my deepest, darkest secrets that so many people don't even know. But it's like you just feel, and that probably comes a lot from you too, where like you're just creating this safe space that people feel like, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna share. Not to like get a solution, but just to like get it off their chest.
Well, I think too, like the retreat itself comes with this premise that everyone there not necessarily went for the same reason, but went for
a purpose,
a shared experience, a, way to recharge, if you will. So it's like you aren't guessing that the people you're among are also looking for that same thing. It's like we've all signed up for this, so like I can kind of lean into you a little, you can lean into me, we can share experiences, whatever that may be. So I think it's just like a better way for people than you going to pop up somewhere at a coffee shop and start a conversation with somebody. You know what I mean? It just like gives you a more common ground.
Yeah. You mentioned that you're like, and I know this about you, but like very much an empath, like you feel. Yeah. How do you protect your own energy?
Oh, it's so hard. I don't know if I have the answer. I'm so sensitive as well. I'm a Cancer, but
because that's a lot of people like sharing a lot of things to you. Yeah. That is like also the expectation, kind of like a therapist, like the expectation. Sure. Like but you're also not like a therapist, just like emotionally like, all right, I'm going to tell you how,
Totally. I do, as the years have gone on, I've gotten a little bit better at it, but it's really just taking time for myself. So like every morning, no matter what, I have to wake up and do my morning routine and like spend time with myself. And then also, I learned that I have to get sleep on these retreats. I used to get like 3 hours every night because I'd be the last person to go to sleep and then the first person to wake up. And I'm like an 8 to 10 hour gal, just like in my life. So I'm like, I can't be functioning on this frequency. So just making sure that I have a little bit of time for myself and that I take little breathers throughout it because I want to be with everyone every single moment because it's cool to witness everyone's experience and to be a part of it. But I do have to just have moments for myself. It doesn't have to be, it's nothing crazy. It's just like I wake up 30 minutes earlier. It's fine.
What's your morning routine?
I love the morning.
I'm trying to build a routine.
And I just feel like it can be anything that connects you to you in the morning or connects you to something greater, if that's what you believe in. But I wake up, I have coffee immediately, and then I do breath work and I journal, brain dump. So I just like get everything out. I'll do a few readings. If I'm reading a book, I'll read a little bit of it. My dream would be to get out on a walk. I never am able to do all of those things. Yeah. But the breath work and journaling is a non-negotiable. Non-negotiables, every morning. And it just feels people on retreats, sometimes I won't have like my own room or whatever, and so I'll go into an area and they'll hear me like they'll hear the breathing really deeply and they'll be like, where is she? Because I'll have my headphones on. Yeah.
Like, she's in a pantry.
Okay. What? But I'm like, listen, girls, I got to do this. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
So. No, but it's so important to be able to recognize too that that's an element of your like sanity and calm that you need to have in order to be able to show up for all these other people.
Taking care of you too is like such a big thing because you're taking care of a lot of other people.
Totally.
I feel like we get that question a lot too, like when we throw out things into the social media world that's like, what's something you want to hear about? Or like what people are like, how do you like
do so much
and balance, and what does it look like to take a moment for you? And it's funny because I feel like we talk about it a lot, but everybody's stuff is so different. So it's nice because it's like, well, I was trying to do this and this didn't work for me. Let me try breath work and journaling. Totally. Or like, like it is a little bit of a trial and error. Yeah. But it's nice to hear somebody who's prioritizing community as their essentially entire brand be like, nope, I also like, hold on a minute, need to center myself before. Because that's what we neglect ourselves first before we neglect anything else.
Totally. 100%.
You also do something which is interesting, your tiny goals that you share.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, you've got to have some really big, and I know you do, like aspirations and things like that, but like really the way to get it is like these tiny little things that you set and then you can like fulfill those promises to yourself. Where did that come from?
Gosh, I've been doing it for years. Really,
and
like
maybe explain what tiny goals are.
Yeah, tiny goals. I set like 3 to 4 small, really attainable goals that I can do every week, and it's a way to kind of stop me from setting big resolutions because I'm like, I love a big change moment. The like addictive personality in me loves the like New Year vibes. Yeah, and like with it's like I have like addiction and eating disorder in my history. And so every New Year's it would be like, okay, this is my moment. And so it would be really toxic for me, honestly, that time of year. And so it was a way to reframe that rather than trying to think of these like big, massive changes. It was like, oh, I can actually just take a few small steps each week that feel really good. And then I can feel really proud of myself every week. And I don't complete them every week by any means. Sometimes I'm like, oh, don't spend $1, LOL. But I try, you know.
You leave your house immediately. You get a $27 coffee, and then you're like, fuck, I'll try again next week.
I joke that like I can't leave my house for under $100.
No,
like,
you can't.
I don't know what
you can't.
when that happened.
That TikTok
but
that's like ding, ding.
Yes,
100%.
Yes. I'm like, that is me every day.
I know. Apple Pay really ruined me as well. Like,
No,
I don't know.
yeah,
that has made me a different
100%.
I
person.
have to go grocery shopping, and then I'm like, oh wait, I don't have my my wallet, and I'm like, wait, I can do that.
I know. My favorite thing is to buy like a massive amount of groceries and then go out to eat. Like that's like my.
Oh, girl.
I'm like, oh, I can't cook any of this. I need to go get some takeout.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I just grocery
No, like
shop.
I went to 3 grocery stores, which is the only way I like to grocery shop. So now I need to go pick up some food.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I couldn't possibly come up with anything from what I've just curated here. I need to spend $107 on DoorDash.
Totally.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I try to do this thing where I'm like, okay, during the week, like I'm going to buy my groceries and stuff at the beginning of the week. And during the week, like I'm just going to eat these fucking groceries and I'm not going to. And then Friday hits and then I'm like, then I can do the stuff. And I've made it. I've only been on this train for like a couple weeks now. Yeah. And I've done all right. But sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to make anything. Like I just don't. Or here's the problem with meal prepping. I get sick of shit so fast.
Yeah,
Sure.
That like the middle of the week hits and I'm like, I do not want to eat this again.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's tough, but yeah, I'm a big offender of literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Of being like, let me spend all of this.
I know, but tiny goals have helped. They're at least like they reground me. So if I am going to go get food right after I got groceries, I'm like, at least I'm aware of it when I'm doing it. And I'm like, oh, how does this feel when I do this? Not great. Okay, noted for next time.
What's an example of like 3 tiny goals?
It's not all about food and money, but it seems. But recently, those are my focuses.
Those are my
One will be like, okay, do my morning routine outside every day because that feels really good. And then I oftentimes will be like, do not eat out Monday through Thursday.
There you go.
And then another one will be like, call 2 people that you haven't talked to in a while and like check in with those people. So
Which really like that's
I love that.
they're not hard, but they are harder than they seem.
Yes.
Like they're attainable, but gosh, a busy week or your mind's all over the place, like it can feel, or like, I don't know. It's like, I'd rather just like call my mom, I don't know, or something. But
speaking of your mom, she is like your biggest fan.
Yeah, she's the greatest.
Like, is she in any way, and I know you said like your family's all in business, but like a reason that you went into business on your own, a reason you got into fitness, like how did that relationship of her supporting, especially like your business, obviously she's always going to support you, but like your business too, like how did that evolve?
That's so funny. I'm not. No,
You're like, she doesn't support
no,
me.
she is like. I feel like it's hard to
she's, like,
explain my
there.
mom. She's such an icon. Her name is Jill, and I call her Jill because in Zoom, she used to take my Zoom classes, or she still takes them, but like, and I didn't want to be like, go mom with like all these other people on class, so I started calling her Jill, and now I can't change it.
We can't return. Yeah.
No. So my dad is actually an entrepreneur. He's worked for himself his whole life, and so I really look to him for a lot of like how-tos, and like we'll talk about different business things that come up, which is really nice. And my mom is just like a ray of sunshine, but she's also will tell it like it is. And I remember when I went out on my own, I was like, do you think I can do this? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, wait, no, you're supposed to be like,
not what I was looking for.
Like
Ray of sunshine, tell me
you're supposed to be
yes.
like, yeah, you can do anything you want. But that was valid. Like I didn't know either, honestly, and it is always a risk going out on your own full time, 100%. And that was a valid answer, but. I have the best family. My sister as well. Like we're just so tight knit and really supportive. And my boyfriend too. I should mention him as well. He's a big supporter as well. But Yeah, she just like loves the events. She loves the gals.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like Jill has really immersed herself in your community too.
Yeah, people feel really comfortable with her.
Yeah.
They like see her as a part of my events too, especially in Chicago, which is really fun. And like if she'll come on a retreat, which she'll help me, it's just such a blessing. But people are like, "Oh my God, is Jill coming to this retreat?" Because she really is. Like,
I love
it
that.
is really hard to describe her, but she's just like she is. On these at these events and on these retreats, she's like not my mom. She's just Jill.
Yeah.
She's just like one of the girls, which is really fun. And it's so cool to see her have this moment in her life too, and to get to share that with her as well. My dad actually showed up at the event that I did last week in Fulton Market, and it was so funny because the girls probably didn't know he was my dad, and like is this man like in the back just like having such a good time, and I was like, "Sir, I didn't." Yeah, he's like, "I surprised you," and I was like, "Well, yeah, like I would have warned people if there's gonna be a man in the back, but no, he's having a great time. No one cared, but it was just so funny. I was like, "This is for the girls, you know."
Yeah.
But I don't say no to men. They don't come. They don't show up.
It's mostly women.
It's women's wellness. That was created for, and
and that's okay too. You know, we can't be all inclusive in all areas of our lives with the men. We gotta. Sometimes they just gotta sit it out.
A place for men. It's just not with me.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
It's not ever gonna be with me.
It's just you're welcome, but not
Not here. Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't drag Darius. I almost was like, just come.
Darius is one of the girls in a not offensive way. I don't mean that to steal his masculinity at all, but he comes to event. It feels like he should be there.
Yeah.
But if men feel comfortable, then like come on in. But like you will be the only man.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
What goes into like planning an event?
Yeah. Where do you even start? Well, location, obviously.
Location. Again, it's like community led. So it's like, okay, people really, or at least I'll speak for maybe Chicago, but like people really like some type of class and then activity, or that format has worked really well. I also do a wide range of events. So it's like I've done dinner parties and brunch series and different types of formats. But in the summer, it's so fun to do a class. And so it's finding the right location based on where we are in the year. So like summer is really fun to do outside. I like to get brands involved that I love, and then just putting it out there to the community. So it really is a well-oiled machine now. But when I started, I really had no idea
What's your
what to do.
biggest lesson you feel like you've learned about entrepreneurship, building your business?
You have to pivot all the time and like be willing to shift and do something different, and not to take things personally if like something's not working. But pivoting, I mean, gosh, 2020 taught us all to pivot, but I feel like I'm constantly kind of pivoting into different spaces, and
Do you think
just
that
being
came
flexible.
from your dad having like entrepreneurship, or do you think you learned that yourself? Like, because I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, okay, I can do this. Like I see, like you see it, like you to your point where you're like, online's not real, and everybody's like, I can do it, but like they don't really know what goes into it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw my dad do so many different things, and I also just like, I don't know. It's kind of like if something's not working, you have to change it, or like trying something different. I think that too, like I really am not afraid to try something and see how it goes. But also like having other entrepreneurs in my circle is really nice. And but just being really flexible, that's been the main thing, I would say.
Yeah.
Piggybacking off of that, because we were talking before we started recording that you were saying I'm a crier, like I'm just somebody who like has my emotions. You know, Jordan was like, I can't cry about anything, and Rachel was like, well, let me tell you.
I cried before. I just can't cry right now. I'm in a very, like, non-emotional state.
That's all right. When
Everybody,
you
I'm
find
not like
it,
a robot.
you can call me and cry to me, and I'll listen to you for your long dump you're gonna have. And then you like, given that you said that you're somebody that encourages like fail in front of people, and stay in it even when you do fail. How have you navigated those moments of, not that I'm saying like you're a failure, but moments when you felt like this isn't going how I thought it was going to go? Can I even do, like when you get into that headspace, what's your way to take care of your mental health, or you, aside from like your standard morning routine? Like, is there a go-to? Is there a panic moment? Is there like, how does that kind of?
Yeah. Gosh, I feel like in that regard, I just really allow the other people in my life to show up for me in whatever way that I need, and also try my best to not take things too personally. I also have like a spiritual mentor and people that I really look up to. And I also have just like a greater trust in the universe, and that what's meant for me will happen. And if I'm being guided, like I've made it this far, that like things are going to continue to work and not work. And it's not always about me, and it's okay if it is and whatever. But I really have great people in my life and great mentors that have helped me feel just worthy when I don't feel that way, or if I'm like struggling with something, to just have that support. I really think, especially doing this business alone, it can feel really lonely. And so I'm grateful to have people around me who can remind me who I am sometimes if I forget. Because it's hard. I mean, these things are challenging.
100%. No, trust me. Every day, like we talk all the time that I'm trying to, outside of the podcast, I want people to know me, right? And how do I get people that are not within my reach to know me? And it's a social media thing. And like, I go through periods where like I scroll on social media and it gives me fucking anxiety because, oh no, you're fine.
Like if we
starved her to come here.
I'm so sorry.
My stomach
I have a beef stick in my bag I meant to eat before I started.
I'm not going to lie. My stomach has been growling because I haven't eaten anything today yet, because I taught 2 classes and then ran over here. I don't know. I've just been crazy. And I'm like,
we can share
so
my
all of
beef
us
stick
with
after.
eating disorders are sitting here starving to put on
what
this
you were
production.
saying.
No. Just, I feel like a lot of times, like I go through these moments of like panic anxiety when I'm watching other people on social media, to your point of you being like, I look at things and should it be this and should it be that and whatever. So like I can totally relate. Are you a therapy girly?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say you sound well therapized, like the way you respond to that question.
Oh, absolutely. Since I was like 9, on and off. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, great. No,
I feel like there's a sense of success with being vulnerable with other people, and I feel like you do a really good job of that.
Thank you.
Like just being able to be, whether vulnerability is in silliness or seriousness or sharing, like how does that come naturally to you? Are you ever fearful of it? Like, especially because you're also holding space for others to be vulnerable too.
Yeah. I really do. Yeah, I do feel like vulnerability is a strength, and it's such a superpower to be able to share openly with people and to then make them feel safe enough to share it back. I never intended to like live my life online too, and I tend to feel I will share literally anything with anybody in person, and then I want that to translate online without sharing, like feeling like I'm complaining or sharing too much.
Here's my trauma dump.
I don't know. I think we've all gone through hard things in life, and I've found that like telling parts of my story have made other people feel comfortable, and it just feels important. Like if these hard things have shaped me or shaped us, then I find it important to share those things and like the lessons that have come from them. And then hopefully that makes someone else feel safe. And also I want to help people in any way that I can. And like if I'm going to share something that feels really vulnerable or scary to me, like it's always with the intention of helping someone else. And I've been told that it has in the past. I think anytime anyone shares something that feels vulnerable and you will always receive some type of feedback of like, wow, thank you for sharing that. I can 100%. Pretty much guarantee it. And then it makes you feel safer to continue to do that, I think.
I think there's also a certain element of peace too when you get to a point where you accept like what's meant to be will be.
Yeah.
Like I always say, it sounds so like cliche and like whatever, but I think that there is a true sense of peace that comes when you're able to be like, this experience didn't work out for me. It's just because it wasn't for me. That doesn't mean that everything I'm doing is a lie or a facade or I'm not supposed to be doing it or whatever. Yeah. It just is like, okay, hurdle and keep it moving. Because I think until you find that ability to at least accept that, I think you live in this like internal struggle where it's like, am I even supposed to be doing this? Like, is this me? Is it imposter syndrome? Like, you know, that whole spiral.
That sense of also like, for us with having experiencing disordered eating in any way, the ability to not control something is so hard.
Yeah.
Like, to not have that control over like the outcome of a situation is really difficult, to that point of being able to just be like, okay, that didn't happen. I failed. It didn't happen the way I wanted to. And to be able to pivot is something that is hard. Because you're like, wait, I want to control the outcome, and that's not how I wanted it to.
Totally.
It's it's definitely a weirder experience as you kind of like talk about it out loud too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have absolutely nots on social media where you're like, this is something I would never put out there into the world, whether it's a trend, whether it's you're like, I hate this, I would never...
No, I don't think so. I don't share too much of my relationship. I post him once a year.
Literally
on the anniversary? Is it his birthday?
I do.
Happy birthday?
No, because he doesn't use social media, so he doesn't care. Or he uses it here and there. But I don't know. I got in the habit of not really sharing him and just keeping that private. And I share a little bit because we've been together for so long. But that's like the one thing that I kind of keep to myself. Other than that,
sky's the limit.
Pretty much share anything, honestly.
Dish
but
it out.
like, I don't know. I don't have any secrets. Like, I don't know if I wish I had one. But yeah, not really. I really, it's such a great way to connect with other people.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't disagree.
There's so many weird, icky parts about it. But I've met so many amazing people. Most of my friends I've met through Instagram. I used to DM people when I first was in LA being like, hey, your vibe is cool. Do you want to get coffee? And like people thought I was like an Arbonne salesperson. And I was like, no, I just want to be friends. Like I'll DM anyone. I have no problem. But yeah, so I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe not any trends. I don't know.
Should we get to like some little fun questions?
Yeah.
Let's do
We're on like a limit. Okay, Lala. Well, okay, what's one of the Lala artists you definitely have on a class playlist?
Dom Dalla.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier, she's like, I don't even know who Dom
who is
Dalla
that?
is. Yeah.
Okay,
and then she's like,
to be
same
fair,
on my
though,
playlist.
I did listen to some of his Dom's a guy.
He's a he.
His classes or his songs, and I was like, I've heard this before. And then some I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So same, girl. Same. What's your favorite fitness brand? Which might be hard because you do have a lot of partners.
What's a fitness brand?
Clothing.
like
activewear?
We could get into like props too. That'll be next.
Okay. Gosh. Year of Ours, absolutely love. They have such incredible stuff. I don't want to miss any. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking.
Don't panic.
Take a breath.
Let's do that one. I feel like that's standard. I wear them all the time. I love them. And then equipment-wise, I love the Stacked mat, and I love Bala. I remember wearing Bala like pre-2020, and everyone thought I was kooky. I was walking around my gym like with my arm openers, and people were like, "What are you doing?" And now
everybody can't get enough.
Super cool.
Slay. They're so cool.
They did. Yeah,
They're so
cool. Everybody's trying to come out with like copies. Power to them, but like there's
no power to them. They have a patent, so.
But also like there's no
like it's crazy.
No competition. Do
no,
you know what I mean?
absolutely
like,
not.
You can go do whatever the fuck you want, but everybody's still gonna buy Bala.
Totally. All three of those brands are female founders as well, so I think that's pretty. I try to support that as much as I can because I just think we got to support each other.
Are there any other non-fitness female brands that you're like, I love this brand?
I have so many brands that I love. That's the thing is that if I love something, it will become my entire personality.
Yeah.
So I have so many that I'm going to not share any
Pass.
because I literally, I could go per category with so many different things.
This is not even on my list, but when you do breath work, do you use a certain app to do your own breath work?
I do my own.
Your own.
Yeah.
Did you start with something?
I got certified many years ago with breath work because I struggled to like sit and meditate.
Preach.
But I do my own. And then I also really love Evolve by Erica. She's great too.
Yeah.
She's she's like very, she's just very zen. I wouldn't consider myself quite as zen. She's just like.
Your voice is so
You
zen.
seem, I feel a very calming person.
Oh, thank you. I feel like
calming person. No, I'm the most fucking chaotic energy in the room at any given hour of the day. Like if you're looking for, I always say like calming energy, it's not me.
I feel like I can go either way. Like I can be like real hype or I can bring myself down and be a bit grounded. So just kind of.
We're going to learn from that.
It's like dance,
we're gonna take
cardio,
it.
meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
Yeah,
a
you
good
get to do
balance.
both.
If you were going to host a retreat with no limits, like no money
budget,
constraint,
like you would a gajillion dollars and could go anywhere in the fucking world.
and you could pay for everybody to go so they don't have to spend either.
Yeah.
Goals.
It's so hard. No, like who,
When you get there,
who wants to
bring
be
us.
a part of this? Gosh. It's so hard. I feel like
Have you only done the United States?
yeah, I stay in the US
Okay.
because I have a little more control there. I would say probably somewhere like Europe, countryside, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. French countries. Yeah, one of those.
Have you been there?
No. I'm like, have I? I feel like I went a lot of places when I was little that I have no memory of. But
Right?
I went
Aren't
to.
you like, thanks for taking me, but like also.
I know, so
Can you
nice.
take me now?
But I
Take
was
us
in
back, yeah.
Paris and Nice last year, and that was amazing. So like that kind of vibe as well.
I know. I
love
wish our
being by
parents
water.
like saved all their money back then. We didn't go on any trips because I didn't. I was 7, and who cares? And now we should go. You know.
It's so nice. I know. It's really. It's also just feels like harder to travel now. Like
It does.
there's just like more. There's a lot more that goes into it, and
Yeah.
like, gosh, I mean,
You
back-
also can't just hop on a plane for like $200 anymore either and go
Yeah,
places.
I know,
like,
it's such a thing.
Not that like international travel was ever that cheap, but still, like you used to be able to just like if you wanted to go here for the weekend, no problem.
Yeah, you're
and
like, oh, it's a cheap
And now
flight.
it's like $500, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for me to fly home to Syracuse, New York, like where am I going for $500?
Totally.
It's become very popular now, Syracuse.
Yeah, really. She's no.
Oh. I was like, why?
I should have a retreat there. What's going on? No. They have the Syracuse
what's up and coming?
Orangeman's Dome for NCAA basketball and other sports, and that's
oh my
about all that
gosh,
exists there.
That's so funny. I love that.
No, we don't have
We know
much.
you have a morning routine. Do you have a pre-class routine?
Just listen to music and get myself
you listen
hyped
to?
up.
Yeah, what's your class vibe music?
I like I feel like I have a mix of like I like hip hop, but it's a lot of like dancey pop stuff as well.
I loved the playlist on
Thank
Sunday.
you.
I was like, I think I
It's a
started
mix.
following you on Spotify because I was
Ooh.
like, I'm going to steal this song and this song. That's why I
Yeah,
like these songs.
no, as you should.
Yeah.
I like some poppy dance music, and then it's like I don't know. I play Freak a League often as well, so
Yeah,
it's like
that's a
you
good
just
one
have
to bring
find,
back.
Like a
Let's
nice
go.
little. I
That's
do
a
like
good one to bring
throwback
back.
as well because
See, that's what I was
they just don't
saying.
make music like that anymore.
No,
They
that's
don't.
what
know.
and I also have like at Lifetime a lot of like 85, anywhere from like 20 to 85-year-olds that take my class.
85.
Yeah, I just had an 85-year-old woman.
Pop
take my
off,
class.
Grandma.
And she was like, I'm
Wow.
85. And I was like, let's go. So
Wow.
that's a whole other story about programming. But
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
music-wise, I'm like, the 20-year-olds want to hear something really like
Yeah.
cool and new. And
Totally.
then the older generation wants to hear like songs they know so they can like kind of relate to it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'll find like, okay, what's a song? Let's find a remix to
Yeah,
it.
totally. Are you a SoundCloud gal? Are you guys SoundCloud
No.
gal?
I use it all, man.
Spotify.
Okay.
You're looking for the mixes, you got to get to SoundCloud.
100%.
I know.
It will
You
change
should
your
follow
life.
me on SoundCloud. I got banks worth of.
I feel like if you're in spin, you've done
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
yeah, yeah. You
That
know-
was
you know the
anything
deal.
beat driven. I mean, yeah.
I know. What's coming up? Anything? You got any big? You got a retreat coming. You got a launch coming. You got an event.
Yeah, I do. My last retreat of the year will be in Cape Cod, or on Cape Cod, which will be so. That's also like a dream location too. I grew up going there. I just love it there. And then, yeah, just a bunch of events and classes in LA, and then I'll be back here in the fall for a few more events too. So I'm always
Yeah,
back
you'll have
here.
to let us know when you're here for the fall.
I'm back here a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like people
Are we
like
maybe
forget
together?
that I don't think so.
Never.
It's not
No,
a
we'll never say
never.
never.
But I think if we were to move, something would have to like move us. Like there would have to be a real purpose behind it. It's just like it's hard to move at this stage of life
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's like, gosh, I'm like, when did I get old? Like where I'm like, where
I know.
Well, you just
this
had a
is like
birthday.
where
Happy
I did.
birthday.
Thank
Oh, yeah,
you
happy
so much. But yeah, it's hard to envision where. I'm like, where do I want to raise kids? Like, where is that all going to be? But I believe everything will just happen how it's meant to. If I'm meant to be back here, it'll happen. But I do love coming here. It's such a special place.
Yeah.
It really is.
Summer.
Yeah.
Strictly.
But you know what? I love it over the holidays too. Like, it's
True.
such a special vibe.
You don't
but
get snow in LA.
no.
We don't really get snow here, bitch. Like,
We
barely.
have in the past. And
I'm
I
like,
feel
I've seen a lot of snow in my life.
Not
here.
since I've been
we're
here, I feel
due
like.
Yeah.
for a blizzard.
It'll snow for like a day, and then it sticks for like a day,
Sure,
and then it's
sure,
gone.
sure.
I'm just used to living in a
I was gonna
10-foot
say, you're
tundra.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
No,
went
that
to the
makes
Bills
total
game in a
sense.
10-foot tundra.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it, though.
Apparently.
Just at least once. You got to go at least once in the freezing cold with all the snow.
I'm going to pass, but thank you.
I wasn't inviting you anyways. No, I'm just kidding. Where can everybody find you? Give us all the platforms.
Gosh, it's really Rachel Recharged and Recharge Wellness Co. on everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And she's a good follow.
Oh,
a good
thanks.
follow. Yeah.
That's so nice.
I don't say that about everybody, but she's a good follow.
Wait, why?
I feel like
Toot my
because
horn.
I feel like I said, you're vulnerable.
Thank you.
You share a lot of just like silly content that I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, like I think you were dancing and like jumping on a couch or something, and I was like, oh, that's so
Probably.
cute and relatable. You know what I mean? Like I think
It's-
you had a swimmer
yeah.
party with a girlfriend.
Correct.
That's what I was going to say. I
And
think
then,
it's like very relatable.
Yeah, like
Thank
tiny
you.
goals. You're like, oh, okay. You're consistent. I don't know. What else do you want to say?
No,
You're
I really
beautiful.
appreciate
Yes.
it. Well, it's like you share so much that it's like it's interesting to know what resonates or what doesn't. I think so. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You mean you're like, you obviously are a fitness brand, but you also share way more than just like, here's my arms. You know?
Yeah, I'll pretty much never talk
I was
about
like, I
the
don't think
body.
we've ever
No,
shared
it's all
it.
about
Like,
how you feel. Gosh,
But you
not
kicked
since
my
like
ass.
2020. I will make you have so much fun. You will feel
Yeah.
so good. You'll feel sore, but I will never reference a summer body. I will never do any of that. I will
Fuck a
only
summer
talk
body.
about
Yeah, no,
how
for sure. That's
you
right
feel.
on our. It's right on our wavelength.
And that's it. Yeah. It's about, I mean, it's movement. Like it's because we can move stuff out and move new energy in. Like that's it.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, we
Gosh.
always leave our audience by telling do you want to say it?
Girl, everything's fine.
Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
You're
for having
such
me.
a
gem.
like a gem. Yeah,
my
like a
gosh,
sense
thank
of
you.
light. Like you
That's
bring
so nice.
light to the room.
Wow. You guys are so nice to me. Thank
We're
you so
not
much.
nice. Well, I'm not usually. So so this is really big for me. Yeah, you're not that nice either.
Both so nice.
Behind, yeah. I've seen you on the other side of the camera.
But you'll have to come back on. 'cause
I would
you're-
love to.
Yes,
This
and
was
let
so
us know when
fun.
you have another Chicago event, so we can
will.
let the people know.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
Thank you.
Yay.
Bye.